Hello, my friends. Welcome back to SpeakEasy English Talks. I'm Nick. Today, you will listen to a short story, a true life-changing story. This episode is part of our 5-minute listening and shadowing practice. You can enjoy this even if you only have 5 minutes on the bus while cooking or when you're walking to school or back home. It's a story about how one simple moment can change your life. As you listen, you can shadow the words. Repeat after me slowly and clearly. This story is for A1 to A2 English learners. I use simple and clear language. So take a deep breath, listen carefully, and then shadow with me. 2 years ago, I was tired. I was working every day, but I felt empty inside. I woke up, checked my phone, went to work, came home, and watched videos until I fell asleep. My days were fast, but my life felt slow. I wasn't learning anything new. I wasn't growing. I felt stuck, like I was standing still while the world moved forward. One evening, I came home late. It was raining outside. My clothes were wet and my mind was full of worries. Money, work, the future, everything felt heavy. I sat at my desk and opened my laptop to watch something and forget the day. But before I pressed play, I saw an old folder on my desktop. It said, English Practice. I stared at it for a moment. I remembered that years ago I wanted to speak English well. I wanted to travel, to meet new people, to understand movies without subtitles. I used to dream big. But somewhere in life, I stopped. I opened the folder. Inside were old notes, words like believe, future, courage, short sentences, simple grammar rules. I smiled a little. I whispered to myself, I used to love learning English. That night I said, maybe I can start again. Just a few minutes a day. Nothing big, nothing stressful. Just for fun. So I did. I opened YouTube and searched. Learn English slowly for beginners. I clicked the video. The teacher spoke slowly and clearly. I understood most of it. Not everything, but enough to feel hope. I started shadowing the speaker, slowly, softly, sentence by sentence. At first my voice was quiet, almost shy. But after a few minutes, I started to enjoy the sound of English coming from my mouth. I wasn't just listening, I was speaking. I could feel myself waking up. The next day, I did it again. 10 minutes, then 15 minutes. Every day, a little more. Learning English became part of my routine. One lesson in the morning, a short podcast at night, a few new words during lunch. These words gave me new energy. They were small but powerful. After 1 month, something changed. My English improved a little, but my life improved a lot. I felt curious again. I felt brave again. I wanted to talk to people. I wanted to learn new things. I wasn't afraid to make mistakes anymore. I didn't wait for the perfect day to start something. I started now. English became a friend. When I felt lonely, I listened to English stories. When I felt stressed, I watched short English videos. When I learned new words, I used them in small sentences. Today I spoke to a coworker. Today I learned a new phrase. Today I felt hope. These sentences helped me see my life with fresh eyes. I was growing slowly, but I was truly growing. One evening, I was sitting in a cafe. 2 travelers were speaking English at the table next to me. Their accents were different, but I understood them. Before, I would sit quietly and pretend I didn't hear anything. But that day, I looked up, smiled, and said quietly, "Hi, are you visiting here?" They smiled back. We talked for 5 minutes. Nothing special to the world, but very special to me. That moment was a victory. After they left, I sat there and breathed deeply. I felt proud. I said to myself, this is why I started learning again. That moment taught me something important. Learning a language is not just grammar, not just vocabulary. It's connection, it's confidence, it's courage. It's the ability to share your story and understand someone else's story. It makes you part of something bigger. Now, I still practice every day, 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes I shadow stories. Sometimes I read out loud. Sometimes I speak to myself in the mirror. I don't study because I have to. I study because I want to. Because English is not just a language, it is a reminder. I can always start again. All right, that was a beautiful story. Simple, true, and powerful. Now let's repeat some sentences together. Speak slowly, clearly, and with confidence. I used to love learning English. I used to love learning English. I started to enjoy it. I said to myself, maybe I can start again. I said to myself, maybe I can start again. Now here are some shorter phrases you can practice. I felt stuck. I felt stuck. I started again. I started again. I felt proud. I felt proud. Repeat these sentences slowly, clearly, and with emotion. Thank you for listening to another episode of SpeakEasy English Talks. I'm Nick, and I will see you in the next shadowing practice. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep believing in small changes. Bye for now.